This is very rude not to announce something, say something.
So the government is shut down. If you're heading to the airport, what does that mean for you? Well, in the short term, nothing. But if this lasts long, here's where the issue comes. TSA agents and air traffic controllers are essential workers, so they will have to keep working, but they won't get paid. During the last shutdown in 2019, there was a sick out in New York, which led to several delays. And those TSA agents and air traffic controllers will get back pay when the federal government reopens.
Hi guys, this is Tiana and you're watching Tiana's React. So since the government shutdown hit on October 1st, airports have turned into signs of frustration and panic. Endless lines, delayed flights, crying passengers, and TSA workers forced to work without pay. America's travel system is literally breaking down in real time. Well, let's dive in and see people's reactions to this.
Only had one scanner open. It's October 1st. The government is officially shut down. If you're planning on any air travel, give yourself plenty of time. The security check-in at LAX Southwest Terminal only had one scanner open. So it was a little slow. So if you are planning on traveling, give yourself extra time to get through security. Safe travels.
All of them now.
I paid $150,000 for a 2-week trip to LA, and now I'm realizing the US government is shut down and I'm at the airport. I'm literally at the airport waiting and there's barely anyone here because the government shut down. Am I cooked? Can someone explain to me what's going on?
Yeah, Audrina, Dana, so far we're not seeing any long lines here at O'Hare. I've been checking for cancellations or any delays. We're not seeing any of those here or at Midway, but we know both domestic and international travelers could soon be impacted by some of those long lines. As we know, this shutdown will eventually trickle down and impact the travel industry. Now, those federal employees, as you mentioned, they include air traffic controllers and TSA workers. They're required to show up, though, as essential workers, and they'll be doing so starting today without any pay. Americans will continue to receive Social Security and passports, but TSA is warning travelers to expect delays. Travelers I've talked to this morning say they are a bit worried, and they're hoping this all is resolved soon.
We already have a lot of delays lately over the last couple of years, so I think it's going to have a huge impact on us traveling for work, just trying to get to work every time. So I think it's going to be it might pose a significant impact for us.
TSA warning travelers, give yourself extra time as you're heading to the airport the next couple of days, as this is a fluid situation. And if your travel plans include national parks, those could be impacted too. I'm live at O'Hare. Asal Razai, CBS News, Chicago.
Let me just ask you what you're hearing at work, both from leadership and your friends, your coworkers, the rank and file. What are the concerns and expectations?
So thanks for having me, Chris. So it's not fair that TSA officers are put in this situation, which seems like every couple months now because of the budget. TSA officers, we work in a high-stress job, and we're trained to work in a stressful environment. But to add to their stress, have them worrying about how they're going to get paid, pay their bills, feed their families, isn't fair. Last year, TSA officers found almost 7,000 guns, right? And 94% were loaded. They have to
Wait a
be
minute,
on top
can
of
you
their
say
game.
that again? 7,000 guns, and how many were loaded?
Almost 7,000. 94% of them were 94% were loaded.
Okay.
Yeah. So we have to be on top of our game, right? And we don't need the
I like that very much.
Stress of missing pay. Yeah, right. So the risk of a possible security event gets higher and higher as this goes on because of the added stress, right? Like so the air traffic controllers aren't getting paid also. So you have the officers checking your bags for weapons, right? And the air traffic controllers all worried about when they're going to get paid. I wouldn't want to fly in that situation. I wouldn't want to fly if the pilot wasn't getting paid.
We're at Reagan National Airport outside Washington, D.C., and this is one of the areas that we're going to be looking at very closely, monitoring very closely in the days ahead after the deadline for the government shutdown has passed. Since we're now in the shutdown, these TSA screeners have come to work today. They're the ones in the blue shirts, by the way. They've come to work today, starting today, and not getting paid for being at work. The same is true for air traffic controllers at Reagan National and throughout the United States. Without a paycheck after several days, TSA screeners and some others may have trouble affording public transportation to come to work. They may have trouble affording gas. They may have trouble paying for child care. When enough of these people have those issues and the lack of paychecks kind of pile up, that's when you start to get disruptions and delays because people are calling in sick. That has happened in previous shutdowns.
Today, October 1st, or in the foreseeable future, you need to watch this video and see how this government shutdown is going to affect your travel plans. CC, and I'm a flight attendant sharing all things travel. So TSA workers and air traffic controllers will continue to work. They are required to come to work, but often what happens because they're not getting paid, they will call out sick. So this can mean delays at TSA, delays with flights, etc. So as I always say, pack your patience. Be prepared for delays. Make sure you've downloaded your airline's app so you can quickly make changes should anything occur. And remember to always be kind to everybody that you encounter, the airport personnel, your fellow passengers, flight attendants, pilots, etc. And share your favorite travel advice below. If you are
Did you know that the federal government just shut down and Austin Bergstrom International Airport could be feeling the pressure? And here's what it means for your next flight. So as of October 1st, the US government is in a shutdown due to Congress failing to pass full year appropriations. And key federal workers like air traffic controllers, TSA agents are working without pay. So what does this mean for Austin? Well, you better expect longer TSA lines, security delays, and possible ground holds or slower flight scheduling if the shutdown keeps dragging on like this. And some of the long-term effects could be aircraft inspection maintenance and modernization efforts could be delayed. And yes, I am talking about the Austin airport revamp and the Delta base that's coming. And to make matters worse, high traffic events like the Austin City Limits and the F1 are coming up. So ticket counters are going to be intense. So if you're flying soon, watch out for updates on delays and get to the airport as early as possible. Are you planning to fly anytime soon? Let me know in the comments down below. And for more Austin-related news just like this, just comment down the word report below, and I can send you a free weekly newsletter straight to your inbox.
The government is officially shut down, but what's not shut down are airports like LAX. Even though it's packed and there's tons of people who are flying, TSA agents have to show up to work today, and they're not getting paid. And that's the same case for air traffic controllers as well. More than 13,000 of them nationwide who have to come to work today, and they're not getting paid either. Of course, it is federal law for them to get a paycheck. Once this is all done, they get that back pay. But until then, there's rent, mortgage, bills, getting food on the table. You're dealing with high-stress jobs like TSA, like air traffic control, already stressful enough. You add, when am I getting my next paycheck? That's a whole different story. The longest government shutdown happened in 2018. It stretched into 2019. It lasted 34 days. How long this one is going to last? It's all going to come down to Republicans and Democrats coming together and finding a way to compromise and fund the government. But in the balance hangs everyday Americans, hundreds of thousands of federal workers who are coming to work without pay or who are getting furloughed.
Look guys, every shutdown hurts, but this particular one is hitting everyday Americans the hardest. Travelers stuck, workers unpaid, and no solution in sight. Let me know how you will handle being stuck like this, and make sure you like, share, comment, and of course subscribe for more updates from Tiana Reacts. See you next time.